Waiting.
There we go.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Miss Maggie T.
I'm Nikki B.
And I'm J.Howell.
There we go. He is a part of the show today, y'all. Special guest. Y'all probably weren't even expecting this, but we got J.Howell tonight, y'all. And he's coming in to join in on the conversation. First time, it was all about his music. But this time, he's going to get in this good topic. Because tonight...
Good conversation.
I'm going to observe.
You're going to observe and you're going to put in your feedback.
Observe my ass.
So yes, we are getting into our topic tonight. If anybody don't know, I don't know if you was on a rock or not, but we are talking about cheaters.
Cheating.
If that's you, you better get in these comments because you need to plead the fifth and let us know something because we getting in on this topic today. Seriously. So we're going to go into why do people cheat on their partners and find new love interests? You know, what are the reasons? Now, I know we all got our individual reasons, cheaters, why we do it. But people need to, if they haven't been cheated on or don't know what's going on, they need to know why people choose to cheat. So I don't know if you want to start, Nikki, or how you want to do it, but we got a little jot list for y'all. Get your notebooks, get ready, so you can learn a little something to know why people cheat.
Yeah. I know we
Wait. Before we get started, I think we should all say, have any of us cheated? And let's be honest, I haven't cheated.
I have.
Okay.
I have also.
Nikki?
I have also.
So let's start this conversation. Well, I guess you could go ahead. I say. So, what made you cheat, or what made you cheat, and then we say why we think people cheat.
Okay. Yeah, because we actually did a little research. So we have like the top, I think it's 8, the top 8 reasons why people cheat. So we can go into that, but first we can list our personal reasons for why we cheated, if we cheated. So, who wants to go first?
Ooh, that's what I'm saying. Dirty mother. Look. Don't call us out already. That's right. That is right. Put us on the spot.
I'm just saying, we're going to do it.
I guess I'll go first. Because everybody's scared.
I mean...
I hope nobody's watching. Look, if you in the audience, I'm sorry. But really, the reason why I feel I'm more about, like, I've only had, let's say, 2 real long-distance, long-term relationships. I've kind of dated in between, but within my serious relationships, the people that I've held on to, it's all about attention for me. It's all about the time that you invest. It's all about, because it's like my first relationship, he had a whole career going on. He was entertaining his friends more than he was entertaining me. At the time, I was pregnant. So, of course, I'm hormonal and everything else. And, it's like, hello, I'm here. Like, I literally had to hold signs up and, hey, show me some attention. I'm like, I understand you trying to do your little rap thing and everything else, but I'm here. So I started seeing the signs of what was going on. And, of course, he was lying about it. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing's going on, but he was defensive about this person that he was talking to. And eventually I kind of figured out, oh, you're doing your thing. So guess what? I did my thing. So you got a friend? I'm gonna make sure I have a friend because I'm not trying to be lonely, so why you doing your thing? I'm sorry. Like, I'm finna be in. Well, that's before the inbox thing, though. You didn't have the DMs. It was just really text messaging and emails. Then, you know, Yahoo and all that. That's back when the emails was going on.
Yahoo.
So it wasn't even no Facebook back in the day. So it was
So
like
you
you really had
dial-up.
to call somebody. You really had to call somebody, get their phone number, and talk to them, type of deal. You know, back when it was like AOL and all that kind of stuff. Back then. You know, you had to find a way to communicate and meet and everything else. So, you know, look, you put me on the spot. I'm like, I can't even answer this question.
Look, I'll go. I'm going to relieve you of the hot spot. Okay. For me, it was wholeheartedly revenge. I was, you know, being cheated on. And then it was one of those, look, we're over. You need to go. But he was real stubborn and like, no, we just go work this out. And I'm steady like, no, I'm done with you. You know, you need to move around. So he didn't want to. So I was like, okay, I'm going to make your ass leave. I'm not by calling the cops, not by any of that. I'm going to give you a little taste of your own medicine. Mm-hmm. So I started, you know, a little situationship, and I wasn't married. This was just, you know, we were shacking up or whatever. So I started a little situationship, and I wasn't careful about deleting anything. I would leave, you know, the whole message thread up on my computer because I know your ass gonna snoop. Because after years of you doing dirt, you know, you're always skeptical of someone else doing dirt. So I already knew what I needed to do, and I already knew how to get rid of them, and that was put it in your face that it's somebody else. So that's what I did, and he found out, and he got sick, and that ultimately ended the relationship. So it did what I needed it to do. So technically, in my mind, it wasn't really cheating because I told your ass it was over. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? So in my mind, it's not. But, you know, of course, you know, they want to play victim. So, you know, in their mind, I cheated and I fucked up the whole relationship. But that's neither here nor there. But mine was solely revenge so I can get rid of your ass. That was the reason why.
Okay.
Hey,
and we have a special guest right here too that kind of jumped in. We got to introduce her because
hey,
she's
Donnie.
Hi. Introduce yourself.
I'm just getting out of class. Hey, I'm Pace or Pace Poetry, however you want to call me.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a performance poet, assistant manager to J.Howell.
Yes.
J.Howell. We're in the same space, so we're trying to figure out how to get this audio together.
It sounds good now. I heard an echo at first, but it sounds good now.
Right. Yeah, I got to get away from him. So, but yeah, and PhD student, I just got out of class, so that's why I'm late hopping on.
Okay. So we're going to put you on the spot then, since Jay want to put everybody else on the spot. Oh. Have you cheated before?
Yeah, but I was really, really young. So does really, really young count?
Yeah, I was saying when I cheated, I was young too. That's why I said it was back in
No, I mean like really, really young.
If it's under 20, it don't count.
It don't count.
Okay, well then it was under 20. It don't count.
Cheating is cheating.
That's right, Jay. Cheating is cheating because all this that was going on with me, we was high school sweethearts, so it was fresh out. I was still 19.
Yeah, so, I was 19. I was doing
younger.
I wasn't even supposed to been doing. So
see, that's too young.
But I will say I cheated because he was cheating. So it was like my revenge. But I didn't feel good about it. So at an early age, I knew that I didn't like cheating. Because it didn't make me feel good. Like if I'm gonna do it, I need to get something from it. And I didn't get anything from it. So
Okay. Jay, you on the spot because you calling everybody out. You said you cheated. We need to hear your story about it.
I told you I've never cheated.
You never cheated.
Real niggas don't cheat.
That ain't what you said in the beginning.
Cheat. What I said in the beginning?
I'm not fixing to play with you.
What I
You
said in
said
the
you
beginning?
did.
You said you cheated.
did.
So we need to
No,
hear
I
this.
said I
We
haven't
need to
ever
know.
cheated. I said no. I asked y'all. I said I've never cheated. I didn't say I have cheated. I said I've never cheated. I can't cheat. I've never been in a relationship.
Okay.
Never?
I said never,
Okay.
baby.
I ain't
Okay,
fixing to
see.
play with you.
Look, he trying to get a win for the men in the
Right. I'm
No,
not
no, no, no,
fixing to
no.
play with you.
It's
real
not
men
cheating.
don't cheat.
Look, seriously, I've been in one, but I've never cheated within that relationship. But I've never been in like any. It's just one relationship, so I don't feel like it's cheating if I'm doing what single people do. Like so I've never cheated.
Okay. We'll take that. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty
Y'all
later
ain't got no
on.
choice.
That's all right. Well, we're gonna go ahead. See, look, somebody said they never cheated either. That's all right. Plead the
Nikki
fifth.
Nicole says she ain't never cheated.
Plead the
She
fifth,
cheated
there,
before.
But we're gonna get into because she just getting on. But we're gonna actually break down just some of the things that they say why people cheat.
So can each of us give a reason? I guess.
Yeah, we did some research, so we're gonna we always kind of break it down to the people. So get your notebooks, people, so you'll know why people cheat. We basically gonna give a couple of them. So I don't know if you want to start or I can start. It's just fine with me.
Go ahead.
Okay. So pretty much some of the reasons that people cheat is because of unmet needs. You got your things that you need that they just not fulfilling, and you don't told them over and over and over again, and they just can't, some reason they just can't get it. It's them unmet needs. And that can kind of go into different avenues. It can be sexual, it can be emotional, having that support system. Unmet needs can mean a million of things, honestly, as well as communication. When you don't have that communication and you feel like that person is not listening to you, there you go, lack of communication. When you definitely don't, like, you're crying and you got to show out for them to understand what's going on. And you've been told them what's going on, but they're like, why are you tripping now? It's like, I've been trying to tell you what's going on with me, but I got to act a fool and cut up for you to really get it in your head that something's wrong. That communication, especially when y'all can't communicate, it's always a defense mechanism. Like, y'all can't communicate without arguing. Everybody feels attacked. But we ain't gonna, I'm just gonna break it down. I don't want to go into deep detail. But also just addressing the problems directly. Let's say y'all do have an underlying problem that you just keep pushing off, brushing to the side, and y'all get together, and next thing you know, you don't forgot about it. You're not really resolving that problem. You're just letting it just slide by. You're not really fixing the issue. Y'all don't, he don't brought you something to eat. Y'all drinking and having a good time, but you're not really getting to the, what's really going on or what's affecting you or him. That's one. Also falling out of love. You've been together with somebody for so long, and you know how we get into those habits. What you did when you got into the relationship to court that person, you're not doing it anymore. You're not showing them the attention, the time, the love. You're not showing the compassion. Y'all just roommates at this point. It's not even a, hey, baby, I'm going to kiss you in the morning type of thing. It's like, I'm going to work, you going to work. We just here.
And I don't know what is so hard about that concept. Like, whatever you did in the beginning to get the person you have, that's not something you end once you get that person. So I mean, that should be the most simplest shit ever. Why do you stop doing what you do to get the person once you got them?
That's a lot of people's problem. They get comfortable.
Because it was all a front to get the person. Because at the end of the day, if you are real, if that's who you really are, then you're gonna continue to do that. But it was just all fronts. People, I think too many of us put on these representations to get the person hooked, and then eventually you can only be fake for so long. So
you're right, because you do get to see that true person. They so great and beautiful, and oh my God, he's the most amazing person I ever met. Then y'all live together, and it's all out the window at that point.
Right? Like, I
can't stand him. Y'all just can't even be in the same room without them. You get on my damn nerves. You got your toothbrush a certain way. You know, it's just gonna be little thing that's gonna go on that you're gonna be pissed off. Like, man, this son of a bitch, get out my house. You know.
Yes, okay. Keep that same energy. Exactly. Like whatever you did in the beginning, you need to keep on doing. Like what?
This was saying, keep that same energy that you brought into this relationship.
Keep that same energy. Period.
Now, another one is not being attracted to your partner anymore. Let's say there's, they got with you when you had the no stomach. You was looking young about 10 years ago. And then, of course, life happens. Kids happen. You gain weight. Stuff fall. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't so, tight and, up together anymore. So what happens when, that person gains a lot of weight and you don't find them attractive?
Ooh, that is such a touchy ass subject, because really, if you say something, you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. If you don't say shit, you walking around unhappy. If you do say something, you that what's the word I'm looking for? Not insignificant, insensitive. You insensitive as hell if you say something. So that's a double-edged sword. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. But there's a way to go about it. And I'm gonna tell y'all, in my marriage, back when I was married, of course, you get happy, you gain that weight, you content, whatever the case may be. I probably gained a good 15 pounds in maybe the first year. And my ex-husband flat out was like, it's unattractive. And y'all, it was honest, but y'all, that hit me to my fucking core. I was so hurt. I was like, oh hell no! What happened to for better or for worse?
There you go.
So you mean to tell me, some pounds, a 15-pound weight gain makes you not want to have sex with me anymore? Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people are a lot of people go off of your image, what they see you when they met you, and they just excited about that. They're attracted to that, so they just want you to stay like that. But they don't realize things change, things happen. You get older. And you got to be willing to put up with that when those things happen. Because like my biggest pet peeve about this is you want me to be skinny and look a certain way and look like a supermodel. But what about you?
They do not. I'm going to be honest. The men, their bodies change and it is what it is. But they won't talk about us when in actuality, our bodies go through the most transformations because there's so many things that contribute to our weight gain.
Thank you.
That they do not take into consideration. And I'm not just talking about pregnancy, even though that's a major key. Because a lot of us, when we're pregnant, we gain the additional weight, not because we're overeating, because that's water weight that we can't control. Then we have fibers and things of that nature that we can't. So it's so many things that go on with women and us gaining weight that is out of our hands, and it's hard to lose those forms of weight. It's not just always about the eating and the diet. So it's many layers to it. I get it, but since I know for the most part it normally comes from the men. Saying that the women, it bothers me. What you about to
Go
say?
ahead, preach.
What you got to say, Jay?
think he froze.
Oh,
There you
I'm
go.
listening. I was just saying she was trying to pinpoint it come from the man. Like, but no,
And that's why
I
it's good we have
completely
a man
agree.
here. So
No, I completely agree with y'all. And I think that at the end of the day, it all boils down to just being honest. And I'm not saying being honest with your partner, but just being honest within yourself. I think a lot of shit with relationships, it's not even about the partner. It's within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm so adamant about not being in a relationship right now, because I don't know what the fuck I want. I know I'm indecisive. I know my mind changes each and every day. I see a new piece of ass, and my mind is focused on that new piece of ass. Like, I'm really indecisive, and I think a lot of people need to be honest with themselves. Like, and sometimes, yeah, you may meet something that's good. You may meet something that's gonna be that you feel is gonna be beneficial in your life. You may meet somebody that sparks an interest and this, that, and the other. But if you know in your mind that you're not ready for that shit, and you know that you cannot accommodate everything that person needs, we have to be honest with ourselves. And a lot of people don't want to do that. I done met plenty of amazing fucking vibes, and I'd be like, damn, like I know I want this, and I want this around forever. I don't want to
Are
see
you
with
ready
nobody
for
else,
it?
da, 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 da. But am I ready for it? Hell no.
No.
But a lot of people aren't able to do that, you know. And another reason is because we get fucking hung on a cross when we try to be honest. Nikki and Donnie, be on my last live. Maggie, you should have been on my last live, because
I was knocked out by the time y'all
I got beat up, like, because I was trying to explain, like, I'm just one of them people. Like, I'm very honest, and I'm honest about what I do want, what I don't want, what I can't handle right now. And yeah, like, they basically like beat me down for that. But it all goes back to, like, a lot of people don't know what the fuck they want, and being honest, and not just with your partner, but with yourself. Like, and we can avoid a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we didn't beat you down. Don't be getting on his.
I said what I said. I said what I said. I was beat down, Maggie.
But what me and Nikki were trying to get you to understand is this.
There's nothing to get me to understand. What I'm trying to tell you is, y'all literally just said.
Can I speak though?
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, all three of y'all just basically said how basically y'all ended up with a fucking stranger. From what I just got. Why did you end up with a stranger? Because that person was not upfront. That person was not honest about what they did and what they didn't want. Had y'all known that, and like knew who that person was, you would have avoided their heartbreak. Correct,
and whatever. But what I'm saying is, because I'm gonna get
what Nikki said.
I'm gonna get my point out. My point is that you saying that you don't want a relationship is fine, and we can take that. But when you do relationships things,
and at the end of the goddamn day, you are grown.
Yeah, don't be cheating. Don't be chilling with me and giving me mixed signals. I totally agree with you.
What I told you is that your actions and your words need to align.
So Nikki, this is when you come in, baby.
Okay, look, I'm gonna tell you this, and no,
this is when you come in, baby.
No, listen to me. Just because I love your ass to death does not mean I'm gonna get on here and be like, yo,
no, that's not what I'm talking about. We had a conversation outside of the live.
We did. And I'm gonna give you an analogy that a friend of mine told me today, because I discussed, the whole conversation with him. This was his analogy. If I tell you up front, this is the pace I'm gonna run at, and you wanna join me on that run, but you can't keep up the same pace as me, that's not my fault. I told you the pace that I was going to run at. I'm going to keep that pace. You can't then come in and be mad at me that I told you the pace I was going to run at. So I get both sides. However, what me and Pace was saying, you can't send mixed signals. And
it's not mixed signals.
I understand what you're saying, but to that person,
how I feel. If I'm upfront about how I feel about you, I'm telling you, I'm not in a place to give you what you want. I'm not in a place to go where you want to lead. If I'm telling you this shit, and you choose to still be in this with me, and you agree with me, and you tell me this is you on the same wavelength.
You chilling with me though.
No. You told me you on this same wavelength. I get what y'all trying to say, but at the end of the day, when does that person have some accountability for? At the end of the day, you can't sit here and tell me that. Oh,
you didn't tell the truth.
You're
I
right.
didn't tell the truth.
You're right. You're right.
I agree with you, Jay. We cannot. I will not put full accountability on that other person. I will, and honestly, I would put it a lot on myself because because at the end of the day, I am allowing you to chill with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, feelings are going to develop whether someone tells you that they want to be with you or not, because you can't stop feelings. As much as we think that we can control them, you can't control feelings. So I will agree with you. Listen to what I'm saying. I am agreeing with you that we must take accountability too, because now it's like you're saying that you don't want a relationship. So even if you call in or whatever, you ask them to come by, I need to make the conscious decision to not let you come over. Because
that part.
at the end of the day, I
That's
know
true.
the more that I'm chilling with you, the more feelings are gonna involve. Because in our mind,
I can't be responsible for what's in your mind. Stop saying in our mind.
You want to pick it at my house all the time. In my
No,
mind,
you need to stop putting. That's what I'm saying. That's where the issue is. The whole you want to do this, you want to do that. It's not completely on me. We both were in that shit. All I'm saying is, I gave you the motherfucking what you needed. I gave you that shit from the jump, and this is the same thing that y'all just got done preaching about. Like, why can't you just be honest? Or why can't you just be this and say what you want? And here I am being that person that's telling you what I want, what I don't want. Yes, I love what we got. I love the relationship that we got, this, that, and the other. So I'm giving you that option to either move forward or tell me, like, this ain't gonna work for me because this is what I want in the end. You still agree to be in this with me. And then once shit really get to changing for you, then it's my fault. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
You taking responsibility? Yeah.
No.
You're right.
You giving it to me. You giving it to me, but you still talking about some. Oh, but it's in our head. Like, that's not my.
No, I'm telling you. But no,
responsibility.
I'm telling you what goes on in our heads. I'm not telling you that you're wrong. I'm telling you what goes on in our heads and what makes us up. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying in our heads we start saying, "Oh my gosh, he really wants me. He just
he just don't know how to say it."
What's your point? What's your point? We're just fucked up in here.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be here if he didn't want me, and he's always talking to me. He must. That's what goes. That's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. I'm actually agreeing with you. That's why I was slowly saying I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, because some people they'll try to convince themselves.
And our fucked up head, we're saying, "Oh, no,
he must really like me." Yeah,
exactly.
And
he just don't know how to say it.
That's where we mess up at. See that, and I can't stand that. We have to choose. We have to pick and choose. Okay, do I believe what he says with his mouth, or do I believe what he's showing me with his actions? So, and that's why Pace and I both said that night, we need both of them to match. We need both your words and your actions to align. Then there's no picking and choosing. There ain't no misunderstandings. It is what it is because you're saying it and you're showing me, you're following up those words with actions. So that's where we were at. We were just like, we need words and actions to both align. We weren't saying you were wrong because you were upfront with what you wanted. And just because you was doing all the extra stuff doesn't mean you changed your mind. You still don't want a relationship. You're just going with the flow. It changed for the other person, and that's where the problem is.
I got a story.
So,
okay, because my story, you wouldn't expect it out of a guy. I guess because I'm, I had a hot girl summer one time, and I met somebody, and it was the whole thing. We're not gonna do this. We're just gonna be kicking it. We chilling. We cooling it. And I'm like, cool. I'm fine with that. I can get with that. If you're gonna be upfront with me, up front, and you're saying you don't want nothing, cool. I'm all fine with that. But all of a sudden, you telling me later on, you know what? I didn't realize how much I was gonna like you, or I didn't realize that, I didn't expect this. But I'm not the one calling you. I'm not the one trying to say I'm just gonna show up at your house, that type of thing. It's you. But you the one told me you didn't want a relationship. But you realize how good of a person is, or you starting to feel that person. So I don't think it has a gender. It can be anybody because it happened to me.
Right.
And he was just like, you know, I didn't realize I was gonna like you as much as I did. It was like that chemistry, that thing like that. Sometimes you can't help, like she was saying, pace. You can't help how things align, and you start liking that person a little bit more. Y'all got things that come in, and it's like, you know, I like your vibe and everything. You cannot control that. So he was feeling me a little bit more, and he was in his feelings, and he was getting mad at himself for actually wanting to be around me. It was like, you can't help that. Right. So it's either you want to be with me or not.
I do respect him for verbalizing that, though. And see, that was the thing in my particular situation. That was the thing that was missing. I never got that courtesy, like to, you know what I'm saying, express that to me. The same way, I feel like the same way I expressed what I didn't want and what I did want, and, you know, I was upfront about it. I didn't get that same thing in return. It was just more so like, you know, I found out some shit, and it was like, oh, well, shit, you told me that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I felt like that was whack. That's why never mind, go ahead.
I'm agreeing. It was whack. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. It was whack.
You know what I'm saying?
It was super whack.
The guy that told you, Maggie. I respect the guy that was able to verbalize that. You know what I'm saying? That's what at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Being grown as fuck. You know, meaning what you say and saying what the fuck you know. You exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's.
There you go. Be up front. There you go. And that's what I'm saying. He was up front, but then the next thing you know, he started getting in his feelings. So it's like you can't help that sometimes.
Maggie, you can't get him that wop and then expect him to be mad.
Not the wop.
You can't get him that wop and then expect him to
I plead the fifth.
I'm just saying. I told you, Maggie. I can look in your eyes. She got that wop.
Look,
sorry, ladies, I gotta hop off. My phone is going dead.
Oh, thank you, though.
All right, Donnie
really good. This is really good. Really good. And plus, I gotta make s'mores with my little cousin, anyways. But yes, this is really good.
We'll have you on another time.
All right. Yes, I will. Bye.
Thank you, girl.
Thank y'all for having me. I'm
you gotta come back.
Literally.
Right.
All right. Bye.
I mean, look, I'm sorry. I don't want to be boring. You know, if I got to be boring, if you ain't coming with it, now I can't help what you get when you get it. I can't help that.
So what's the next reason?
Basically, we already kind of feeling neglected. We kind of went over that, but influenced by your situation.
What?
Like drugs and alcohol.
You know, you're big balling. You got a lot of money, and the women just like the power. So they throwing themselves at you. The situation.
So wait, what's the question?
No, it wasn't a question. We're just still going through why people cheat.
The different reasons, yeah. So this one is basically your environment is what this one boils down to. Like you necessarily wasn't setting out to cheat, but
it just happened.
Situations and circumstances kind of put you in a situation, and you didn't have enough willpower to say no.
Yeah.
Because she was smelling good, he was smelling good, and then y'all just bumped into each other, and it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
It happens. Not saying it happened to me, but
right.
So I would say if I were to be in a relationship, never mind. Never mind. Keep going.
You know what? I'm sick of you having these thoughts and not sharing them.
Because I don't want to be the bad guy.
You single, so ain't no bad guy.
Well, it depends on who watch it.
That's right. But I guess we got another one. Boosting your self-esteem. Like
because
you're not getting it from
yeah.
Ain't boosting your head up.
That goes to a lack a lack of whatever you're not getting from your current situation. So you go outside of that to get what you're lacking. And not saying that's right, but it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah,
But
right.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate real quick, because what if you are the mate that does everything right? You keep it right and tight. Your body is sexy. You cook. You clean. You the freak that your mate wants. So
It still ain't good enough.
at that point, it's not a reflection of you. It's not you lacking. It's just that person is a piece of shit, and they cheated. Why? Because they wanted
greedy.
to.
Because they greedy.
Yeah.
They just
Got
wanted
everything at home.
I've been in that situation as well. I worked. I had a full-time job. I took care of the kids. I cooked. I cleaned. I was your freak. I didn't never turn down sex. It still wasn't enough. So it's back then I internalized that shit. I was like, well, damn, what the fuck did I do wrong?
Mm-hmm.
You know, later on, looking back, I realized, I mean, now I realize it was just a damn dog. It wasn't me. I did what I was supposed to do. So you have to learn how to not internalize other people's shortcomings, because just because they fuck up, don't mean it was you. That's on them. Mm-hmm. So I'm secure in that now, but back then I was like, damn, what's wrong with me? What the fuck did I do or didn't do to deserve, getting treated like this? But
right, I can feel that.
Okay. And another one is anger and revenge. Just kind of acting out.
That was my reason.
Now you pissed off because
that's what you did, Maggie.
Yeah.
Maggie said, "Fuck this nigga. I ain't gonna be sitting up in here."
There you go.
Corny as a motherfucker.
There you go. I ain't gonna be goddamn by myself. I'm gonna make sure. I got plenty of folks.
That's facts.
But so my friend just texted me. He was like, "That shit is in the blood. It just happened. Your mama or your daddy was a cheater, so damn it, guess what? Your ass is gonna be a cheater."
I don't know.
Do y'all think that's a possibility? Do you think sometimes traits can be passed down from your parents?
No.
I mean, it's no different. I think, well, I ain't gonna say it's like something with the blood or some shit like that, but I think what you see is what you imitate. Kids imitate what they see, you know what I'm saying? Or, the shit that you used to. Like, if you grew up in a house and your daddy was beating the hell out your mama and doing whatever the fuck you want, it's a mentality that you just so happen to kind of grasp onto. Like, I feel like I see a lot of that, especially, people that I know, like, they seeing certain shit and they moving the same way. I mean, even though they young, like, you still see the same little shit. I'm like, damn, like, you gonna be like your daddy, you know what I'm saying? So I think like you can be a product of your environment for sure.
Okay.
Look, somebody said my daddy ain't shit. That's all right. But we're gonna get into the last two. Lack of commitment and sexual desire is the last two.
Mm-hmm. Now,
I mean, that's true.
Like you hear about this one a lot.
Yeah.
What do they say? They're saying what you won't do, somebody else will.
Yeah, because some people can be addicted to it.
Because I done met some motherfuckers and I could be like, damn, like this shit right here, but it's just like the head ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right. No, you are absolutely right. You get with that person and they talk all that big game, and you get with them like, you know what?
It's just like it could be the smallest little thing. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Like I do critique certain things, like especially if you don't have it a certain way, and that's the way you want it, and that's the way you ain't getting it. Like, like you can't even move your head this way. You can't do that. You know what? This ain't gonna work out. That's me.
Yeah, so,
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. My appetite is pretty high, and you got to be able to match that. And if you fall asleep after the first go around, we can't be friends. I'm sorry.
That's a problem with you. Oh shit.
High five, boo boo. High five. Because God dang it.
So I
If
can
you
see. I mean,
can't
I can
keep
see that
up,
being a thing.
it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, I can see
It's
that being
being
a reason
real.
why people would cheat for sure.
But you can teach that person though. It's not about if that person just really just sitting there just can't, like, you give them some pointers, like, you know what, you might need to do it like this, or you might need to do it like that, and you not willing to learn your partner and everything else, and y'all just so basic and routine, and you ain't trying to change nothing up.
And that's
the
another
whole
thing,
problem.
routine.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I mean, it goes back to what Nikki said about what you did to get me, to keep me. But that's nothing like just the routine shit. I can see why. Again, I don't cheat, not been in a relationship, so I can't cheat. But I'm just saying I can see why that would lead a lot of people to cheating.
Not saying sex is everything though. Now, if you got a bum ass chemistry though, some things you can kind of, but come on, I don't know how long I'm gonna deal with this after a while.
That part.
Yeah.
Because the connection can be on point. The mental can be on point. The chemistry can be on point.
But the sex ain't there.
That part. Oh, Jesus.
There you go. There you
And
go.
then it's even better. Like, if you love that person, you're willing to put up with some shit a little bit longer than you would, if love wasn't a factor. So, like you said, it's not everything, but damn it, for me, it's fucking important. If you can't get right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's a big deal breaker to me, because I'm pissed off if I got to sit there and rub one off. If I got to sit there and go, you laying there sleep, knock the fuck out, and I'm still like,
and I gotta knock myself off. I gotta knock myself off after the session. Something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, but luckily I never had that issue in that department. But yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one for sure.
Okay. We're gonna go into our, we didn't really have a questions lined up today, but who do y'all think cheats the most? And that's for the audience right here. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. This for the people in the chat too, along with us. But who do you say cheats more?
I mean, I think it could be equal. I think women are very smart and calculated with their cheating, and I would know. I know a lot of women that cheat. They very calculated. I think men are just kind of a little dumb, and we kind of move a little more dumb, than women do. But I don't know. Because I don't cheat. I'm not a cheater. I want to know.
I see that. Men, duh. That's right.
Men, duh. Right. Like, really? Duh.
Yeah, they don't.
I did say it might even be even. But y'all men, y'all the ones that get caught the most.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And why? Because you're not smart. You cheating with the damn next door neighbor. What's wrong with your ass? When a woman cheats, baby, her affair lives in a whole nother state. That person don't know none of your friends. That person don't know none of your family members. But your dumbass, you decide to cheat with the bitch next door.
Or it could be that man does not even have enough respect for you. He don't give a fuck if he gets caught or not.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could be that.
Point.
That's the dangerous cheating right there. Like,
especially if you taking his ass back every time and he don't cheat it. And he just keeps cheating on your ass. And you can't, all he got to do is just come kiss you and fuck you good. And he right back up in there. You damn right he gonna keep cheating because he gonna get away with the shit.
Yeah, no consequences.
You just a house for him to lay in because he ain't got nowhere else to stay. So as long as he can come back his ass back into his little lying ass, he gonna keep doing it because you're gonna be like, like I said, don't be crying to me because he messing you up and you mad and you keep letting this man back up in this house. Don't cry to me about that.
There we go.
There you go. You gotta be accountable for it. You can't keep letting him do that to you. Kick him out. Don't let him back in because the pain is good. Get him out of there.
Even before the cheating, like that's another thing. I forgot when we were talking earlier. When we were talking about like accountability. I feel like a lot of times, prior to cheating, like we see the signs. Like you can't sit here and tell me like you was dealing with this nigga and you didn't feel it, you didn't see the signs, this and other. But we choose to deal with what we want to deal with because we so convinced that we can change or we can make somebody want something that we want. That's why I said at the end of the day, all this shit is about being honest. The nigga being honest with who he is, and us being honest with who we know they are, and us being honest with who we are. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what all this shit is about. We could avoid so much shit. If everybody just be upfront and honest, you know what I'm saying? We just hurt people.
Some people can't handle the truth though.
Well, that's up to them. That's their damn fault. But I'm gonna give you the opportunity to handle this shit. It ain't my responsibility to make you okay with who I am. It's just facts.
Yeah.
Like Will and Jada said, I can't make you happy. You got to make yourself happy.
That part.
You can't expect somebody else to make you feel good. You got to love yourself and feel good about yourself before you can love anybody else. I'm just saying. So if you insecure already and you got a whole bunch of issues going on, like trying to force him to be in a relationship with you and everything else, that ain't gonna work for you. It's not gonna work for you just because he can play the good game and make you, take you out and do all this stuff, and you mistaking that for love and everything else, and y'all having a good time. That's how you set yourself up for that failure.
Right.
He said never had to beat it after sex.
So imagine how a woman feels. She has to knock herself off after sex. You done got your nut and you over there snoring your ass off.
Who y'all fucking?
Whack as fuck. Whack.
I ain't naming names, but I don't been
there. Because I just don't. Maybe I don't know. I'm just young. I don't know. I don't have that issue.
Yeah,
I don't know what it feels like to be premature. But hey.
Oh my god. Except my ex, I saw the video with her side piece having sex, and it was her coworker. The guy I shouldn't worry about.
Well.
Damn it.
A video though, oh my god.
Right, like that.
I know your heart was crushed.
Ain't no coming back from that.
He went back
from that. Damn it.
He went back. He gave that thing another run. I guarantee you.
Oh shit, I can't.
They still at it. But you know what? Sometimes the grass ain't always greener though. You get over there and
80-20 rule. You got 80. Look, you got an 80 right now in your current situation. Right. But because that 20% is missing, you take your ass on somewhere else, and then what you left with? You only left with 20. So you gave up 80 for 20. Make that make sense.
But I can say this though. I think what it really is when you first got with that person, they made you fight for it. They made you had to act like a gentleman. You had to, take her out on dates and wine and dine her before you even got into the panties. So you got these little easy ass hoes out there giving it, away. You ain't have to do all that. A blunt, a Chinese plate, or whatever.
Some fried rice and a blunt.
So the chase is no longer there. So it's like y'all arguing and she pissed off about something. So you like, what, fuck that. I got somebody that's about to throw it. I can call her right now and get that. I ain't got to beg for it. I ain't got nowadays. There you go. That social media don't fuck everybody up. Them DMs don't fuck everybody up. Everybody cheating. Everybody on Plenty of Fish and all that. Everybody on that thing.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, social media don't fuck everybody up because now you got them days of the screenshots.
It's too easy. It's too easy now.
It's too much access.
It's too yes.
Look at y'all, not a blunt. Everybody acting a fool, but yes.
I meant that shit.
Mm-hmm. But seriously though, like what Jay said earlier though, the signs are there. Like you gonna know when somebody cheating. You know the signs are there, especially early on, and you continue to pursue that situation and just ignore that. That's your fault. Especially he was upfront about it. That's your fault that you got in your feelings about this whole situation. So I get what you're saying, but we're just saying in the woman's perspective because we do get in our feelings because you don't put it down, and now we all. Oh my God, I love him. And you ain't talking about loving somebody back. And it's like, no, I can't stand them now. So y'all, you know, you feeling all kind of neglected and hurt and mad. But it's like, I told you from the beginning what was going on. But you got in your feelings about everything. So I get that. I definitely get that.
The grass may be greener, but the water bill going to be higher.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
So basically, the grass is greener where you water it.
And don't think that because how you got that person, like you don't messed up in somebody else's. They was in a whole home, married, and everything, and you want it to be exclusively you. And he go out there and cheat again, sweetie. You don't mess with him when he was involved with somebody. You think he's gonna be loyal to you? He's gonna get bored with you and go on to the next. How you got him is how he's gonna leave, cause. I don't get them people.
Who is LaTravis Griffin? I feel you on that because my ex-husband was a Leo.
Oh, we are amazing. Leos are amazing. Cut it out.
Whatever. Now your birthday be bro.
She cheated on my birthday and stayed out until 7 a.m. the first time she cheated.
You said the first time though. That means you let her come back though.
I just told you you let it back. Didn't leave.
First time she cheated.
I told you.
What I was just preaching. He came right on back. She came right on back, cause you just something about her and that whatever she put on you. You don't let that ass come on back. That is your fault.
It be like that.
That is your fault.
Yeah, that is your fault, bro.
Oh shit.
Oh my God. Okay. Stop it. Us Leos are wonderful people. Oh God.
We are.
What?
Right. Y'all good as long as y'all's egos are constantly stroked.
So stroke it.
Now, my question is, let's say cheating did happen. Can that relationship be saved? Can you come back from somebody cheating on you? Like we all talking about, oh, you need to leave and all that, but can you work out a relationship that involves cheating? Can y'all work it out?
Me personally, no.
Okay.
Hell no, not for Leo. Hell no.
I can't. No.
Yeah, I don't think any Leo can.
Fucking won't pass, baby. No.
You
I'm
can't
gonna
fuck with that pride.
EP though. But no, I refuse. I can't. No.
You got a song out about you should pretty much you got a song just like that about you should have went on and left just listen listen everybody, if y'all see the little thing, make sure y'all subscribe to him and everything else.
Yeah,
this artist right here, there you go. This artist got something that can relate to every single body. And sometimes you can't let that person go, and they wasn't good for you, and you just some reason you can't even even if y'all not together, that you can not stop thinking about them and everything. It's just hard to let go of somebody, especially if y'all had that chemistry, and especially you've been together a long time. Even the song reminds you of that person. Even a smell, like you can walk past somebody and they don't got the same perfume on. It's like you gotta think about that person. So it's It's hard days. It's hard.
Very hard. So I'll say it's possible, but it's highly unlikely. And a lot of people are quick to say, will that relationship ever be the same? You after cheating. But you shouldn't want it to be the same, because how it was before got your ass cheated on. So why would you want the relationship to be the same? If anything, you want to move past it and you want to grow, because who wants to get cheated on again? You don't want the relationship to be the same. You want it to be better. But it's a whole lot of work that's going to be involved on both of y'all's parts. And not everybody is willing to do that work. People are lazy as fuck nowadays.
You got to deal with the insecurities then, because now they can't trust you. You got to get that trust back and everything else. So
now you got to reassure constantly. And
you got to check in. You got to show your phone. You got to get a password, because I don't trust your ass.
I see.
You got to go through all that.
That's too much.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. At that point, if I make the decision to stay, but the other person don't want to put in that extra work that it's going to take to make me feel secure, it's gonna die. It's not gonna work. So basically, you need to cut your ties and move the fuck on, because who's gonna do all that?
No.
Right.
I done been through some stuff, y'all. All right.
We all have, baby.
That's too much.
So. Like if that person really is not willing or saying things that's gonna make you fall for it, but they're not really trying to put in that effort to make it work, you wasting your time on this. Like some people are kind of stuck on that. Like people manipulate and tell lies and get you feeling some type of way, done bought you something or whatever, and you don't forget all about what we was supposed to be working on. All of a sudden you feeling good again because you know you got your hair done and your nails done, and you know what I'm saying, he taking care of you that day, because guess what, he guilty,
right?
And
okay, so Sean Don said if she is contrite and apologetic and change, they gotta double back to fix the damage. So that change part, the only way a person will change is if that person wants to change. It can't be for somebody else. It has to be a personal decision. If they decide to change in order to keep you, that change is not going to last long.
You can't change a person.
It's temporary. Exactly. The only way a person will change is if that person wants to change. It can't be because of an ultimatum. That shit ain't going to last. It can't be solely for you. It has to be that person wanting to better themselves. Otherwise, you SOL.
Yeah, because they marry you or whatever to set you up. That happens. Like they say that whatever they got to say to make you feel good and forget about it, just to get you to be quiet.
That was probably my fuck up in my marriage. We were already together for 6 years before we got married. And at this point, I'm like, look, I'm not fixing to be your girlfriend forever. Are we moving forward? Are we taking that ultimate step, or are we not? And that's probably my fault, because I guess he didn't want to lose me at the time. He didn't want to lose me at the time, so he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna marry you. And you know, the proposal wasn't romantic. It was like, hey, you ready to be my wife? That's basically how it was. And I was like, hey, I've been ready. It's been 6 years. What the fuck you think?
That's kind of my situation. It was just like, you want to do it?
And I'm willing to admit that I shouldn't even have gotten married, because it didn't seem to be his first choice. We were together for 6 years. We were already living together. What the shit gonna change except that piece of paper saying we're husband and wife? So I'm willing to accept fault in saying, hey, what we doing? We either need to cut ties or we need to move forward and take that ultimate step. So it was kind of an ultimatum situation, but yeah, you live and you learn.
But you know what? I can say this, and somebody said it earlier, you don't shack. Because guess what? You giving him wife duties. You doing wife shit. So he used to that. He ain't trying to marry you. Bottom line, because you giving him bum sex. You cooking. You goddamn taking care of the kids. You doing all of that. Why must we put a paper to it? I'm getting everything I need from you already. That's the problem, people. Don't you give everything before y'all get married. You gotta like pull something back.
Yeah.
Because like when you get doing them wife duties and everything, or husband duties, sometimes it be the opposite.
Yeah.
You taking care of and you paying bills, and she used to that. Like, he just my breadwinner. I'm happy about this. She's not really loving you. She's loving the money. If you just throwing money and doing all that kind of stuff, she's accustomed to that. So when you trying to like be in your feelings and be really with her and you want her to love you, she's really not loving you. She's loving the situation. She's loving the opportunity. She ain't got to work. She can just lay around and, you know, do whatever she want to do. So sometimes we set ourselves up by giving a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
In the start of a relationship, you give a little too much at the beginning, and then it's like, I ain't gotta chase him no more. I'm getting the wife stuff before I even gotta put a ring on it. So why would I want to do that? And you'll get the argument, well, we gotta put a paper on it, baby. Like, we don't need no paper. We together now. Like, no, I want a ring. I want to have your I want to have your last name. I want to have a ceremony. I want everybody to say we don't, set our vows. So it's a big deal to us, but it might not be a big deal to them. Like, shit, I'm getting it already. So why we got to make something extra about it?
Uh-huh.
So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we give a little too much.
Facts.
There you go. Truth.
That's why you put it first. Yeah.
Okay, so did we get through all of the reasons?
We did. We definitely did. So I think we're pretty much at the end of it. You want to? We don't got it.
I think pass the collection plate.
Right.
That's right. I'm just saying, y'all learning something though. But seriously, like this, our show, we're not just gonna be, biased about what we're saying. Like, you got to be accountable for yourself and your actions too. Now, you know, if you're doing too much, or you've been told that I'm not really ready for this, and you just decided, I'm gonna force that person to be in a relationship with me, that's your fault.
That's your fault.
That's your fault. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this last after shot. Jay was here last time.
Oh,
so
dang.
You know how this goes.
I ain't even thought about it. Shit. Let me see.
Well, my
I
after
didn't talk about it.
Is, huh?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
My after shot is to whomever is listening. Be honest with who you are. Be honest with what you want. Be honest with your intentions.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's about it.
You're right. Like a lot of people just don't like to be upfront about something. They be trying to hide something, but you're better off letting that person know. Now, if they decide to be with you or not, that's on them. But like you said, be upfront. If you can handle it or not, that's on you. But at least that person, don't get mad because he told you or she told you what it was, and you continue that situation. Oh well. Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well. Maggie, do you have an aftershot?
My aftershot is, I was seeing this Houston. It's a Houston pastor that got caught. He got his little scandal going on. I don't know why people think that just because you are holier than thou, you try to portray that sin don't happen. Everybody all shocked that, somebody got caught in a scandal. Look, people, we are all absolutely human. Everybody making a big deal about this man. He's a man. And he decided to go ahead and get him some little side because look, I ain't gonna get into that, but them church folks to be the worst folks. I'm just gonna say. Them church folks be the worst folks. So don't be surprised. Because soon as he in that sermon, they all up over there, try to, hey, Brandon, what you need? Don't worry about that. But the thing is, let that man live. Y'all finna blast this. This the man that you've been getting your sermon from and everything else. Like, let him forgive and, all that kind of stuff. Forgive and forget or whatever, because that's what he tells you. You go to the altar when you sin, but y'all got to make it a broadcast and make it a big deal when your pastor doing it. We all do it. We all do it. So, I mean, look, I just went random on this one. I didn't know where I was going with this one, but everybody ain't perfect. That's all you got to say.
Yeah, put no man on pedestal. That's basically what you're saying.
There you go.
What people fail to realize is a pastor or a preacher, they're still human. That man is a man, or that woman is a woman, because there are women preachers too. They still deal with the same insecurities and shortcomings that everybody else deals with. So you can't really expect a pastor or a preacher to be perfect, because you should be worshiping God. You shouldn't be worshiping that man. So, I mean, they're human just like you. It's a lot of hope.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so yeah, my aftershock is I posted something on my story like within the past 24 hours, and basically it's saying, be honest, nobody has played you more than you have played yourself, because you be knowing shit and you still try to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
So this is where that accountability comes into play, and you got to be, you got to be a grown woman or a grown man, because you saw the signs, you saw this person, they showed you who they were,
right? But
instead of choosing to believe what you saw and what you feel in your gut, you decide to say, no, I'm going to believe, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. In spite of what they're showing me, I'm going to continue fucking with this person, even though I've already been shown what they're about.
Because you special, and I can change them. I can fix it. They just need some more of this.
This is where you have to hold yourself accountable.
Right.
Because you basically punishing yourself at that point.
Right.
You see what this person is about, and you continue to fool with them. Don't play victim later on. That's your fault.
Yeah.
Right.
That's my aftershock.
Okay.
And a lot of y'all do that. I don't know why.
Don't you start with that, a lot of y'all, damn it.
A lot of you.
Look, a lot of y'all play victim.
Women are horrible at that. We are. We like we said, instead of choosing to believe what you told us, maybe we'll look at more of what you're doing, because that's showing me the opposite of what you said.
No. And sometimes they showing you. Sometimes they showing you exactly who they are, exactly what you gonna get. Like I said, at the end of the day, we gotta start holding ourselves accountable. Stop thinking we can change people, and stop trying to see the better in people. You know what I'm saying? I mean, granted, we want to see the better in people, but like sometimes you just gotta see that shit for what it is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you are absolutely right. So, Mr. J.Howell,
somebody else gave their aftershock. They said their aftershock is love yourself first, and I wholeheartedly believe that. You cannot be out here depressed and upset, and you don't like your own life, but you out here wanting to have companion with somebody else. If you're not happy by yourself while you're by yourself, you will not be happy with somebody else.
There you go.
Let me throw in on that, like a lot, going back to, my situation, my little heartbreak, whatever. I'm going to call it my red room. But a lot of that shit, when I look back on it, it was just a lot of shit that I needed to work on. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't know who the fuck I was, didn't know what I wanted, didn't know what I deserved. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of that shit, like you said, it comes with loving yourself first and knowing what you want. Because you finna touch anything. I say it's broken people. It's broken people. I mean, hurt people hurting people. We trying to fill voids and shit. That's all it is. Everybody trying to just grab on to something to have and fill that void, but you got to deal with this shit and figure out what you want, figure out who you are, and shit.
Yeah,
You
you
can't
gotta
love
get
me if
your
you don't
shit
love your damn
together.
self.
Exactly. You got to get your stuff together for real.
All the
Right.
way.
You got issues. You need to work on that before you come up in here insecure and doing all this crazy stuff.
Look, that's
You
what I'm
can't even
saying, though. I got
trust somebody.
issues. I got issues.
So get yourself together.
Don't we all?
Exactly.
I mean, everybody got some type of issue. Ain't nobody walking around here perfect.
No,
Right.
that's the whole point of the night. Everybody got something going on. So don't be going in here like you're a saint. Everybody got something going on with them. Fix you first. And I agree with that. So, Mr. J.Howell, what's next for you? Even though we in this pandemic, sleep.
He said sleep.
Oh, he's like, okay. I got you.
You know, we got to plug you in here now. You missed the artist.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, right now I've been working on like a lot of new songs. I got a lot of writing to finish. So when I get back to the crib, which we leaving the cabins tomorrow, set up some sessions. I gotta knock these songs out, and I'm still just trying to mold my EP, my new album together. And it's coming together, you know. Oh, it's gonna be good. You know, I'm trying to have a lot more conversation.
I cannot wait.
I heard a couple of tracks. I'm like, I'm so ready for this album.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. At first I was nervous about it, but like I listened to a lot of the songs the other day, just, you know, randomly playing. I'm like, damn, like this shit really coming together. So it's a process.
You make that music that hits your heart. You make that music. Like,
I swear you can do no wrong. It don't matter what the hell you put out, because you that talented. It don't matter. It's gonna be bomb, whatever you put on there.
Thank you.
So y'all check the description out, his video post, his Instagram, and also Miss Pace. If y'all want to follow her, because she do poetry.
She's a poet.
And she's a poet. So check her out. I've seen her on YouTube. Make sure y'all check the description for how to reach out to them and listen to his latest release, Hard Days. So, and just be ready for that new album. And that's all we got to, you know, and make sure y'all subscribe to our channel. We're new to this network, but it's Lush Exchange. If you haven't, if you're on Facebook, make sure you go to Lush Exchange and subscribe to us. And we appreciate you, Mr. J.Howell. We ready for that album to drop.
I enjoy it.
We're gonna probably bring you back on when that album drop, but
okay.
Yeah, that'll be dope. A little listening party.
There you go.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. There you go. So we're gonna do that, but we're getting ready to get up out of here. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. And we out of here. Peace.